Well, millions of people can relate to this. Ted, you start binge watching your favorite show. You got a few snacks in front of you. The next thing you know, you have consumed a shocking amount of fat, sugar, and sodium.
Joining us on the KOGO News Live Line, healthy living expert Judy Gaman. Hey there, Judy.
Hey, good morning, Ted. Good morning, LaDonna. We've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah, this is...
It's amazing that we need to study.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it says 88% of us eat while staring at a screen. So does that actually mean we're zombie eaters?
Absolutely, it means that. And when we say a screen, here's kind of the breakdown. It's quite amazing that 91% of us admit that at some point we have eaten a meal in front of the television, and 49% do it regularly. But that's not just the television. 50% do email while they're eating, and 48% scroll through that social media. It doesn't stop there. We've got 37% going on YouTube and watching videos and just really exactly what it sounds like, being a zombie. You're not paying any attention to what's going in your mouth. You're just going through the motions. And what does that do? It makes us gain weight.
Do you eat too much if you're not paying attention to what you eat?
Well, you're right. That's exactly what happens. Because you don't pay attention, you either eat more or you don't eat the healthy things. And pretty soon you've gotten distracted and you look down and here's all the fruits and veggies, things you want to eat that you didn't eat, but you're so over it. So there's a lot of research that shows that not only can we gain weight from this zombie eating, but it also puts us at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. So it's something we need to pay attention to. And then there's the social aspect too, and that is, I know you've done this. All your listeners right now are probably saying, I've either done this or I've seen this. You go out to eat with your family members, and you're supposed to be interacting, and you're staring at your screens. I mean, you've been in a restaurant, looked over, and everyone's looking at their screen. They're not even conversing. So imagine if you see that out in public, how often that's happening right there at the dinner table at home.
Happens all the time. So what is the best way to avoid zombie eating?
Well, here's what I like to tell people, and this is important, that how you measure what you're going to eat ahead of time, being conscious of what you're eating, is really the key. At Executive Medicine of Texas, we're a big fan of those little snack baggies. So you decide what your portion is going to be or what it is you want to eat. Maybe you're going to have some pistachios, or you're going to have something, hopefully carrots, something healthy. You're going to put it in your snack baggie. That's your serving size. Because what we like to do when we eat out of a bowl is we refill. The commercial comes on, we go back to the kitchen, we get our next refill, we go back, and pretty soon we may have refilled it 2, 3, 4 times and didn't even know we did it because we're on autopilot. But those little snack baggies are really good because when you think of closing and opening something, you think of, I finished it, rather than eating out of a bowl. It's a little psychological trick.
Well, I've also heard that using smaller plates is actually a psychological trick that will help you eat less.
Oh, LaDonna, you're absolutely right. Not just smaller plates, but the color blue. So if you have a color blue plate, believe it or not, your brain will eat less off of a blue plate. But the bigger your plate is, the more you feel the need to fill that thing up. You're like, oh, I need to add things, can't leave any blank space. So by going to a smaller plate, you feel like you've had a plate of food, but your portions won't be as big. Is again, like you said, it's a little bit of a trick to the brain.
Well, if we can trick our brain, maybe that's a good thing in this case, right?
It is a good thing. Sometimes we have to play a little bit on the side of prevention and do things ahead of time. Think through, how can I keep myself from making big mistakes, like eating large portions, eating the wrong things, zombie eating. I mean, all of these things we have to be cognizant. The first thing to do is just recognize that you do it and be honest with yourself.
Yeah. Well, LaDonna is munching on some carrots right now, so we're
right
looking
now.
Good.
As we speak, with the mic off, because that would be tacky. Judy, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Always a pleasure.
All right. KOGO News Time, 8:46.